Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody, to the channel. I'm John. We're playing Slay the Spire 2. We haven't played Slay the Spire 2 on the channel in like a week, okay? It hasn't really been that long, no, but we've been playing Heroes of Might and Magic, Olden Era, and that's been fan-fucking-tastic. So in this episode of Slay the Spire 2 is the Regent. We're playing it. I need a few more bosses and a few more elites in order to get the objects in the timeline. I don't know what they're called. Events in the timeline, whatever. So I thought I'd record it as I did it. So here we are at the beginning screen, the burial gift or whatever. Remember in Dark Souls, or was it Bloodborne? The Bloodborne. You'd start out and you'd be like waste of skin, knight, rogue, whatever, and then you get to choose a burial gift like Ring of Life, whatever, the thing that gives you like 500 souls, which is nothing. So we always took the Ring of Life, right? Because it's the smartest thing to do, because you actually do get like 15 life or 10 life or something out of it. But anyway, I digress. Which, by the way, is a fucking fantastic game. Anyway, we're going to pick Silver Crucible, and hopefully we won't get fucked with RNG, and things will be good. Okay, so Silver Crucible, if you guys don't know, the first 3 card rewards that we get will be upgraded. That's just like the best one you can get. Okay, unless you're going for a specific type of deck. If you're going for a specific type of deck, you might want to get the, like, a rare card that will go along with what you plan on doing, and not leave it as much up to RNG that you're going to get that rare card. There's various ways that you can do that, but we're going to do this because upgraded cards are just really fucking good. And because it gives you a downside to something so great. The downside is our first chest is empty. Who cares? Okay, so what we want to look at first is how this map is laid out. We want to look at merchants. So there's 3 merchants here, and notice I can't get to 2 of them on one path. So we can only choose one path there. Are there any merchants here? No. And there aren't any up here. So there's 3 total merchants. The reason why I key on merchants is they're the only way that I can get rid of cards, unless I stumble upon an event that I can get rid of cards. So we start out with a stupid-ass cards. So we want to make sure we get by it. Plus, the added bonus of this map is that we get to kill an elite, at least here. And there's one here too. So we can kill 2 elites and 1 boss in this mini run. And what we'll do is, I love question marks. So we're going to go boom, merchant, question, bonfire, elite. That's what we're going to do. And hopefully, like I said, we won't get totally fucked with RNG. This dude's doing 4 damage. Who gives a shit? Defend. Falling Strike, which is awesome, deals 8 damage and applies a vulnerability. And it applies a weak, which means he'll only deal 2 damage, which doesn't, or 3 damage, which doesn't fucking matter. What matters is he's vulnerable. So our strikes do 9. And then we're going to Venerate, because we only have 1 star left. And we'll leave it at that, because he's not doing any damage to me. He's upgrading himself, so we'll just strike, because that's what we can do. And the turn, and he is going to be doing 11 damage twice in a row. We'll block, strike, and we'll take 1 damage. He's going to do it again. Now we'll Falling Strike him, because... Falling Star him, because then he doesn't do 11 damage, he does 8. And he's also set up to just die. Okay? Die. Die, bitch, die! Okay. Astral Pulse, Glow Plus. Glow Plus is pretty cool. I really don't want to take any of these, but we'll take Astral Pulse because it does 16 damage to all enemies. So if we come across 3 of them, look at that! Astral Pulse right away. And then this dude will just take a strike, and that's it. The nice thing about Astral Pulse is it only uses stars. The bad thing about Astral Pulse is it uses 3 stars. And now I have none. How could I be the one if I'm dead? Okay, so I'll be able to kill him right here. And number 2, Shining Strike Plus. What a great card. I absolutely love Shining Strike. Deals 11 damage, but more importantly, it gives us 2 stars every time we use it. And every time we use it, it goes to the top of our draw pile. So you just keep fucking using it. So this deck, what we're going for. Let me drink my new NA beer. It's okay. It's pretty good. So far what we're please. I can speak. What I want to do in this deck is I want to build I wanted to build sort of like around Bombardment, but we didn't get Bombardment. We got the Crucible. So the jury's out on what kind of deck we're going to make. If we start to come across some things that let us summon, then we may go that route. Forge. I mean, I'm sorry, not summon. Forge. Okay. But we haven't seen any of that yet. So our deck type is up in the air. Let's see what the merchant has for sale. Resonance, Comet. Comet is fucking fantastic. I've won games with Comet and Duplicate. Duplicate a Comet, man, it hits for 33 and then it hits for 30% more the second time because it applies that vulnerability. Omni Slice, which is fantastic. Wish I had more gold. I'd buy this. The membership card to me might be the best thing ever that you can get in a shop. It halves the price of everything in all shops. It costs 200 gold this time. Sometimes it only costs 100 and some. I don't know how they deal with that. And the point is that that's fucking cheap, man, if everything starts to cost half. All right, so Omni Slice is the way we're going to go. Can we buy 2 things? No. We have 125 gold. We can either get rid of something, and really what we got Shining Strike and Astral Pulse, so we can get rid of a strike, because, you know, I kind of like to do that. If we get an offensive card, we get rid of an offensive card. Meaning strikes and defense, because those things are going to go away. Unless we get, what's the ancient's name? The second ancient sometimes will turn all our strikes so that they cost 0 and deal 6 more damage each, I think, or 3 more damage each. It's fucking fantastic. Then you want to keep your strikes. Okay, so we're buying Omni Slice. It's early, so we don't really need to get rid of cards, but it would be nice. Sword of Stone. The Sword of Stone means you have to kill 5 elites, and you get the Sword of Stone. The Sword of Stone, once you kill the 5 elites, you get the Sword of Stone, which gives you 3 strength, and that's it. 3 strength is fucking fantastic, but we're not doing it because most likely we only need 1 or 2 elites in order to be done with elites. All right, our next question mark: 1 random potion or remove 1 card and add guilty. Why would I do that? Why would I remove 1 card from my deck and add 1 guilty? I'm removing 1 card and adding a useless card. Now you could say you want to use that if you get totally fucked and you get a curse card that's worse than guilty. Yes. Or if you're looking to get a curse card because you have something that synergizes with curse cards. Weird. We'll take a potion, attack potion. Okay. So now we're going to go over here so that we can upgrade a card, and then we'll hit this guy. Omni Slice. Not even questioning it. Omni Slice. Omni Slice is so good because it's not exhaust. It's not like Dramatic Entrance. Dramatic Entrance does slightly more damage, but it exhausts, so that's not good. Okay, this big woodpecker dude, 17 damage, and we have Absolutely no block cards. Why? That blows, man. Okay, fine. Let's see what our attack potion is. Celestial Might, Hedge Money. Hedge Money is what we're going to use. Let's see, do we have anything to knock him down? No. So we'll use Hedge Money. We'll use Astral Pulse. We'll use Shining Strike. We got 2 left. Yeah, strike, and we'll take 17 damage. Ouch. Okay. No debuffs for him, so Omni Slice. Shining Strike again, because we always get Shining Strike, and oh look, he only has 6 left. Just as much as Strike does. Okay, but we took a shit ton of damage there. What did we get? The Smith. Okay, so we can see 2 paths. We can go the route of the Smith, which is forging, and the Sworn Blade, or whatever the fuck it's called. Or, look at, we got another Shining Strike, and this is our last one. So, let's review real quick. Shining Strike, Astral Pulse. Those are the 2 of the 3 cards that we got for our burial gift, and we get the 3rd one too. This is like unprecedented. Usually you get totally fucked on all 3, or totally fucked on 2 of 3, and you almost never get a hit on all 3. So we just did. The only thing that could be better than the Smith is Bombardment, but beggars can't be choosers. Oh yeah, no, there's better ones, man. I like Big Bang. Oh, Big Bang's so good. I really hope we get a chance to get Big Bang. All right, we're going the Smith route because that's fun. It's fun. And it's a Smith Plus, which means it's 50 Forge, right? Oh, it's 40 Forge. But he starts out with 10, so essentially it's 50. Okay, we'll go here because it's a question mark. Lose 6 hit points, gain 47 gold. Take it. And nothing's in here because that's our penalty for choosing the Crucible. Now we're going to heal because we took so much damage at that Woodpecker guy, which, by the way, was an elite, and it didn't trigger the thing telling us that we were done with elites. So we have to at least kill 1 more elite. Are we going to do it right now? Nope. We are not. We're going to this question mark. Lose all of your gold. Transform 2 cards. Why the fuck would I do that? Almost 100% of the time, the card that it transforms into you don't want. At least that's what happens to me. It has worked out. It really has before for me, but not lately. And it seems RNG is way against me, so we're going with the gain 5 max hit points. And now we will Smith again. Falling Star. Falling Star is a 0-cost card that deals 12 damage, vulnerability, and a weakness. So I always when I started playing this game, I'm like, man, I got to get myself some more Falling Stars. Where are these Falling Stars? They're just not dropping because you can't get any more. Unless you get the card that allows you to double your cards, like clone them. There's not a card, there's a artifact that you can use for that. Okay. Are we going to kill the elite, or are we going to go up the left side to the boss, which is the 3 dudes? We're killing the elite. Oh, not this fucker. So this guy busts open into 4 other dudes. That sucks. All right. We're going to not Astral Pulse him. We'll wait on the Astral Pulse for when he's dead. So we're going to need to use our Shining Strikes to get back our stars and get ready for that. But for now, we'll do that. We're not going to block because he's not dealing damage on the first round. Now he's dealing damage. So we want to... Oh, geez. Okay, wait. Do I want to use this? If I use that, we can kill him. But I don't think we want to kill him quite yet. Because if we kill him, all the little dudes come in and we're not ready to cast Let's just do it. Because the more we think about it, the worse things are going to be. Oh, shit. Oh, look at that! All the dudes took... How did that happen? How did that happen? Oh, you know how that happened? Because of its extra ability. Damage all other enemies equal to the damage dealt. Oh my god. I dealt 11 damage to him, and then all the other enemies that just spawned all took 11 damage. That's tits, man. Okay. Now we can kill a dude. Let's kill that guy. And we can even venerate. And defend nothing. How awesome is that? Fucking shit, man. We might get through this elite fight without taking damage. So 6 and 6. Nope, looks like we're taking damage. God, no, we're not. No, we are not. Let's get some stars. And attack him, and attack him. And I don't know why we want stars. It's over. Whenever you add a skill in your deck, upgrade it. Early in the game, this is fantastic. Because we have so many cards to add to our deck. And look at the Gather Lights right there. Look, Devastate's right there. Fuck. We're taking Gather Light. Why would you take Gather Light without Devastate? I don't know. I don't know. Shining Strike again. Man, we have gold too. So, I feel like I don't want to get rid of a card quite yet. A strike. Because we could get the ancient that makes all our strikes really good. We're gonna buy Shining Strike, and then we're gonna get rid of a defend. Because we got the Gather Light plus upgraded Gather Light card, and so now we have 131 gold. We're coming up to the boss. We don't have any pots. What should we do? Should we take a pot here? Yeah, let's take a what is this one? A power pot. That's fine. I thought it was a block pot, which is green. It's not. Okay, what can we smith? Shining Strikes? Of course we're going to smith Shining Strikes. Okay. So, these two are his minions. And incidentally, you don't need to kill them. Also, one interesting thing about the minions is that I have never had an encounter with this boss and killed his minions and had the boss recreate the minions. I've never had that happen. Let's see what our power card does. Tyranny, which is weird. Exhausting cards. I want to keep my cards. Seeking Edge, which is really good. Didn't we pick the Smith? We did. So this will go along with it. Genesis gets us more stars, but I'm not really jonesing for that right now. Seeking Edge, we don't get to keep this card. So to me, I'm wondering whether Genesis is better. But this deals damage to all enemies, which gets us to a point where maybe we can kill those front dudes faster. And it's Forge 7, so we get the Sovereign Blade. That's what it's called, Sovereign Blade. So right now he deals 17 damage to everybody. That's not enough. Not enough. So we're going to wait until we get the Smith. And then we'll fucking womp on them, man. Okay, they're all vulnerable right now because of this beauty. We got the Bag of Marbles at the start of each combat. It applies 1 vulnerable to all enemies. So we're going to Astral Pulse these bitches. And we're going to Sovereign Blade these bitches. Well, because why not? Because they're vulnerable right now. So that's probably max damage we could do unless we had... unless we had the Smith, but we don't. So, and besides, we only have 1 fucking defend card, which is bananas. Okay, let's just kill this guy. He's going to do 5 damage to me, so no, he isn't. Cheers, guys. Hope you guys are having a good day. All right, he did some damage to me, whatever. Shining Strike gets us what we need. Look at it. It cannot be. It cannot be. You killed my minions. Okay. Now we can smith. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to block. It's only 3, but big deal. 5 damage. We have plenty of hit points. Shining Strike. Omni Slice. What do we have? 2. And he's going to deal 9 damage. We'll block with this, and then we'll Venerate. Gets us 4 stars. Which is nice. And now we can Falling Star, which applies weak and vulnerable. Vulnerable meaning main thing. And then Shining Strike, which gets those stars right back that we just used. Omni Slice hits for 16 because he's vulnerable. Gather Light gives us another one back. So we're going to do that. Another star. We love the stars. Because I'm hoping to get some good star cards, man. That's what I'm hoping for. He can do 57 damage. Wow, Sovereign Blade. Sovereign Blade's cooking. He's going to do 10 damage to me. Why don't we use that? And then we'll just hit him with a Shining, because we don't have any block cards. We're going to need some more Gather Light. Just saying. Because we beat this guy, but we're going to need some more Gather Light. Okay. What did we get? Sword Sage. Sovereign Blade gains replay 1. So that's a power. I'm not saying that as that's a bad thing, but it seems to me that Sword Sage can be a relic in some capacity. Like they could work Sword Sage into a relic that doesn't do replay 1 only, it does something else, or maybe it not something beneficial, something not as good, right? Because you don't want Sovereign Blade to have replay 1 just by getting, you know. So you need to like rework that a little bit. Anyway, Sword Sage costs 2 though, and I believe it only costs 1 if I upgrade it. So since we got 2 things now, well, no, only 1 because the other one was a hand-me-down. The Smith is the only card that we have, but we've already got the Smith, and we've already we're in. We're in on the Sovereign Blade idea as an alternate, so we're going to take Sword Sage. All right, what is this guy going to do? At the end of your unspent 1, gain 2 at the next turn. You may sack card rewards. This is like the worst 3. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. The sack one's good. And the double block gained from a card is really good. But it only is every other turn. Every 2 turns, excuse me. Which is every other turn. We're doing the sack thing, man. We're doing the sack thing because what happens with me and RNG, we don't get along. So there's going to be a lot of sacking going on. All right, we need to go and look at this map and find out where our merchants are. Boom, you can hit both these merchants. Oh, this one we can hit 3 merchants. All right, we're doing 3 merchants, man. These guys, you can only hit up to 9 damage at any one time. That kind of blows, but you know, that's the way it is. You know what we need? We need a lantern. We need the lantern because that gives us 1 more energy at the first turn of every combat. And then we need the candelabra and then the other candelabra. Can I just have that? I mean, I don't want to make things too easy, but yeah, I do. Okay, Omni Slice is going to be great. 999 all the way across. It would be more, but that's all you can do to them is 9 damage. And then we'll hit them again. And notice we don't have any freaking block cards. So Sword Sage. So we take a little damage. And we're going to kill that dude. And we're going to... He's going to do 9 damage. We're just going to block. Block all the damage this time, thank God. Falling Star, that guy, and then we can kill him. Gather Light will protect us against that guy's 10. That's fine. Astral Pulse? Why not? Gets him down to 3. Oh, hey, we have one left. He gone. We get Photon Cut, Quasar Plus, and Astral Pulse. No. No, no. Sack. So up here, if you notice at the top left, this hand, it's got a 1 now. It'll go to 2, and we'll get our relic. This is the fake merchant. So if we had the foul potions, we could fight him, but we don't. So, and in fact, it's never ever worked out for me to have the potions before I encounter this guy. You don't want to buy anything from them because they're really bad. In fact, here, I'll show you. Strike Dummy, your strike cards deal 1 additional damage, okay? Upon pickup, heal 10% of the hit points. Which I've actually bought before, by the way. I had 100 hit points and it gave me 10. That was... I had a lot of gold. Okay. Another question mark. Oh, it's a mob. This mob blows too, man. Wish I had bombardment. Okay, so 1 defend card. Not great, but we'll use this dexterity pot to make the defend 7 at least. So we only take 5. Omni Slice. Strike. Strike. He's down to half hit points about, but he's going to go underground and we're going to do 23 damage to him. In order to do 23 damage to him, what do? We smith. Now we can. Now we don't have to worry about him at all. Now we can go and give him a beatdown, like a motherfucking beatdown. All right, so we got Shining Strike. Shining Strike gives us those 2 stars. And if we do that, we can use Astral Pulse. Hot diggity dog. Hit that guy, 2 Astral Pulses. Now he's down to 19. We're going to Venerate just in case we get something to use. Even though we don't have to worry. Sovereign Blade's going to do 50 damage next turn. So he's going to die. Actually, he won't die. He'll have a little bit of life left. But not now. Because we did get Falling Star, it adds a vulnerability to the dude. And now, if we Sovereign Blade, he's got no chance. Okay. Pillar of Creation. Particle Wall. Particle Wall. Yes! It's a Particle Wall plus 2. Not plus 2. Plus as well. See? 12 block. Return this card to your hand. This is so good, it's not even funny. If you have stars, you can just keep using this over and over and over and over and over again. I used it in a boss battle when the boss was going to do 50 damage at me. I went boom, 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 boom. Sorry, no damage now. Die, bitch, die. Okay. Let's go to our first merchant with 200 gold. Nice. Notice Glimmer goes plus, man, because of this beautiful thing here. And that's why our what's it called? That's why our particle wall was plus 2, plus as well, because we have this toxic egg, beautiful toxic egg. Okay, so we can get parry, no. Glimmer, no. Glow, no. Kingly Kick, definitely not. Dramatic Entrance. I love it a lot. So the thing about that card is its exhaust, which means it's 1 and done. 11 damage to everything on the battlefield. It's out of there. It's innate, which means I get it on the first draw. Every combat. So what I would really like is Dramatic Entrance to start and then Big Bang. That's what I want. Am I going to get it? Probably not. Probably not. But we're taking Dramatic Entrance. It gives us 18 cards. We need to get rid of something here. Let's see how many block cards we have. We have Particle Wall. We have Gather Light. And that's it. And then Defends. So if I got rid of a Defend... then we would be down Defense. Not enough defense. I want 5 block cards at any one time. So we're going to get rid of a strike. Because we didn't get the Ancient's strike, blessing or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to get rid of a fucking strike. Okay. And that's it. We don't have any money for anything else, which is unfortunate since we have more merchants. But it's a ways away, so we can squirrel away some money, and we actually get this one, this treasure chest. So we'll get the money from that. This guy's kind of an asshole. Makes me want to keep dramatic entrance. It really does. It makes me want to keep it. And I think we're gonna. Alright, we're gonna Shining Strike him because I love Shining Strike. And we'll gather light and venerate to get more stars. And that's it. We're gonna hold on to that because he's bringing these motherfuckers out. And then what we hope to do is not next turn, but the turn after that, dramatic entrance all those guys away. Even though it won't work because it's not upgraded, but it's going to do a lot of damage to them. All right, Sword Sage. Sword Sage, Astral Pulse. We have one defend card. We're a little short on defense again. The Falling Star does a weak, so we'll do that on the main dude. And so now he's only going to do 12 damage. Now we'll Shining Strike him. And then we'll Astral Pulse those dudes. We didn't kill them all the way. Sword Sage, replay 1. The Sword Sage isn't really working out yet. Okay, we're going to block for 5 and take 7 damage. Omni Slice, that's really nice. That's going to do 11 damage to everybody. Our defense, dude, are bad. Attack that guy for 11. Let's kill one of these. Oh, we got a block. Let's block. We'll take 8. Or probably more, I don't know. Alright, let's do that. Get Sovereign Blade. Can we kill this guy? Oh, yes, we can. We took a little damage there because I didn't really... I wasn't really good. Oh, man, we're getting some good cards. Furnace. We'll take it. Furnace allows the Sovereign... Oh, Jesus. How many of these fuckers are there? 4? Sovereign Blade, what's it called? Furnace forges 5 every turn for the Sovereign Blade when it's out. It's a power card. I do like that a lot. This actually could... Oh, dude. This could work out great. I don't think so because they're capped at 9 damage apiece, but it's gonna be fun. So they're all vulnerable right now. All of them. So I don't need to use Falling Star because they're all vulnerable. So, but if I use Omni Slice, it's going to do 9 across. And if I do Dramatic Entrance, it's going to do another 9 across. So these guys... And then if I do Astral Pulse twice, and that's like the perfect draw in that situation. In fact, I didn't need the other one. I could have just Astral Pulsed. All right. Know that place. Refined Blade. Oh, Refined Blade. That goes along with our whole shtick, right? Are we ever going to be able to sack 2 cards? How many do we have? 18? I'm of a mind to not get Refined Blade. We're going to sack it. Oh, yes. We got Festive Popper. Festive Popper is essentially a weak Dramatic Entrance. Hot dog. That essentially means our Dramatic Entrance does 24 damage. Okay. Let's go to this dude. This guy's an asshole. He took 9 damage. Nice. Shining Strikes gets me the Smith, but I don't have any more energy to cast Sovereign Blade, which would have been great because that would have been like 70 damage. Dramatic Entrance. We're gonna Venerate. That gives us 2. Sovereign Blade stays in our hand. It has Retain. Sword Sage lets us use it twice, but we only have 3 energy, so that isn't really working out how I wanted it to. It only does 49 damage. He's going to do 21 to me. Oh, look at that. Pull a card from your discard pile. It's free to play this turn. Sovereign Blade. We'll play that and get Sovereign Blade back and kill him with it. Womp womp. Gather Light. Yes. And we'll go this way. We will actually get to have, excuse me, we get to have our chest. Blood Vial at the start of combat heals 2. Not very great, but it's fine. We're going to rest because we only have 46 hit points. And we get to get rid of another card here. We don't have enough money. But we can get Devastate. Or another Furnace. What do we have here? What do we have to get rid of? We have to get rid of 3 strikes. And a Defend. Because we just got another Gather Light. So you see how I'm changing the defends and strikes into actual good cards? So Cloak of Stars is intriguing to me because it doesn't cost any energy. So we're going to take that. And now we can get rid of 2 defends if we ever get to a point where we have enough money. And that's all we can get. Spoils the battle, man. That's fine. Another question mark, be good. Oh no, this could be really good and it could be really bad. So the bridge, we're going to lose 3 hit points and we can, the bridge essentially, we must remove a card from our deck. And it's going to, it's right now it says I must remove Furnace. I don't want to remove Furnace. What I want to remove is Strike or Defend. So we can change the Furnace to another random card if I lose 3 hit points. Now it wants to lose Gather Light. Strike. Gone. That wasn't that bad. We lost 7 hit points and we were able to get rid of a card. Pretty fucking good. And now another merchant. And we don't have enough money to get rid of a card. In fact, all we have enough money for is hedge money. And I'm not buying hedge money. Incidentally, this artifact, or whatever you want to call it, is the shit. So if you get a chance, if you have like some strikes in your deck, and you get to this level 2, run 2, or act 2, and the Ancient gives you the ability so that all your strikes cost 0, and it like adds 6 damage to each one. Since they are then enchanted, each one of those cards are enchanted, and then you get this Mystic Lighter that adds lets each one of those do 9 extra damage. Your strikes are dealing 18, 20 damage. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Couple that with what's the demon one called? Demon Form. Oh. Demon Form gives you 3 strength every turn. It like adds 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Then your strikes are hitting for 50. I was using Demon Form with what was that? I can't remember what card. I think. Oh no, that was I was using. I had 3 accuracies with my Shiv deck, and my Shivs were doing 30 damage or 40 damage. I can't remember. Anyway, all right, let's keep going here. We don't have any more money. These 3 dudes take 9 for my Festive Pupper and my Dramatic Entrance. Oh, killed one. This guy's going to do 15 damage to me. No. We'll hit this guy and kill him, but he's going to do 4. Oh, we can smith. Kick ass. Well, I mean, he only has 20 hit points. And it'll do 50. That's kind of overkill. Jeez. Powder Demise is fun. Summon Forth? No. Kingly Kick? No. Collision Course? No. Sack. Our first sack in a while. Okay, 61 of 80. We're going to be resting here because that's far away. And now we're maxed. Far away meaning the amount of hit points I have and maximum. So if I was at like 70 hit points, I wouldn't have done that. Because it depends which boss we're fighting. But on the normal map, if I'm within 10, so you look at how many hit points you would heal. If that's over your max by a good amount, then don't do it because that's not good return. Okay, because you can upgrade a card, which is huge, or you can do other things like dig or. What's the one where you get to get rid of 2 cards and you get 9 max hit points? That's just fucking insane. Okay, this dude wants to eat me, like right there. Gather light gives me 4 so I can smith. Gotta get that going. Hopefully we can get furnace. We're gonna dramatic entrance his ass. Okay, and that's pretty much all we'll do, but we'll do Powdered Demise because it takes 9 hit points off every turn. And then we're going to take a look at our skill potion. No, we're not. We're going to be in a situation when we take a look at that. We don't have to block. He's not doing any damage. Okay. So, Particle Wall, Strike, Frantic Escape. We have 2 Frantic Escapes. This boss right here. See the little yellow thing there? It has number 4. Each turn, I get closer and closer and closer and closer to this fucker. If my turns run out, he eats me and I die. That's actually happened 2 times. It happened once because I wasn't paying attention. It happened another time because I didn't know that's what happened. So, okay. Even though it clearly says it. All right, he's going to do 16 damage to me. Let's see what this skill potion does because we can't block. Hidden Cache, Gather Light. Gather Light. Now we can block. And we get 1 star, which is nice. Not great, but nice. We need more than 1 star because we could use Particle Wall. So, but that stops half his damage, which is good. We're going to Omni Slice. We're going to Sovereign Blade. No, we're not going to Sovereign Blade. Let's just Frantic Escape. Incidentally, if you're as far back as you can go, you can still Frantic Escape and the counter goes up higher. It goes to like 6 and then 7 and stuff. We're going to do it again. Now it's at 6. We'll strike him and we'll Omni Slice him. And we'll take the 8 damage that he's going to do. I don't really care. Okay, we got to get Furnace going. Okay, Furnace is going. By the way, that's a non-upgraded Furnace, so that's 5. I think the upgraded Furnace is 7. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to do 28 damage. That's kind of a lot. It makes me wish that we had Reflect. And I think Reflect is a card for the Regent. Reflect reflects all the damage back at him. Okay, so we can't do that. So we'll Gather Light and we'll Cloak of Stars. So now we have 21. That's enough. Shining Strike his ass to get some of those stars back. Now we have 3. And the turn. What we hope to do is get... Well, it's going to happen. We're going to get the Smith again, and we're gonna use it and make Sovereign Blade even stronger. Okay, so Falling Star. I use the stars I know. Shining Strike to get those stars back. I really don't want to Astral Pulse because if I do, it's going to use all 3 of those stars. We're going to do that. 82 damage because he was vulnerable. And we're going to Astral Pulse. Fuck it. Now he's down to 107. Use that shit when you get a chance, man. Never know what's going to happen next time. RNG could fuck you under your hand. Alright, dudes. I'm back. Just had to see the wife off. She's going Get a 90-minute massage. I want a 90-minute massage. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, this dude's about to eat me. Okay, let's kill him. So he's at 98. He's going to do 20 damage to me. Do I have any block cards? I have Cloak of Stars, but I don't have any stars, so let's get some. Shining Strike gives me 2. Sword Sage. Why would we want to hit him twice? We're not. Shining Strike again, and then Cloak, and then Strike. Cloak gives me 10, so I only take 10. I'm not jonesing to kill this guy without taking damage, so we just need to win the fight. And right now we need a Frantic Escape, and we got one. We'll use it. And we got a Gather Light, we'll use it. And we got another Gather Light, we will not use it, we'll strike. And that's it. We don't have anything to give us any more. We don't have like the lantern artifact or any of the ones that give us more energy. Gosh, dude, the majority of non-alcoholic beers blow. But some of them, like this one in particular, taste exactly like a really good IPA. It really does. It really does. I mean, I did it. I did a blind taste test. Oh yeah, it's fucking good. And I drink a lot of fucking beer, so I know. Okay. I mean, that's how you become an expert at something, right? You do it a lot. So I decided to become an expert at beer. All I had to do was drink beer. Did it. Okay. All right, this dude is at 41 life, and I have 46. He's going to do 30 hit points to me of damage. So let's just kill him right now. Our Sovereign Blade's been pumping up because of that furnace. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We can get another smith. We get 2 smiths going at the same time. Can we do that? Is that too many cards in our deck? How many cards do we need to get rid of here? We need to get rid of all the defense and the strikes. So that's 5 cards we need to get rid of. And do we have enough strikes? We have 1 Shining Strike, no Solar Strikes, an Astral Pulse, 2 Shining Strikes, excuse me. So yeah, we need, okay, so we need to add 2 more offensive cards, 1 more defensive card, and we'll take the Smith. Oh. We need a way to make stars. I seek an audience with whatever. You guys can pronounce that. I'm not going to fucking pronounce it. All right. Add 1 Apotheosis to your deck. Apotheosis? Apotheosis? Apothesis? However you say it, I'm not adding it to my deck because it sucks. Upgrade all your cards exhaust. My cards are upgraded. The 5th card you play in your turn is free. This I didn't think was good. It's really fucking good. I didn't realize how many times I actually play 5 cards in a hand. There's another thing, there's a relic that really, really helps with that too. Can't remember what it's called. But we're not taking that. You know why? Because we can get 1,000 gold. It's probably not going to work out, but we got 1,000 gold. And there's a merchant right there. Okay, let's find out where the merchants are. That's 1, like we knew. That's 1. And by the way, we can't get from this one to that one. And then there's 1 here. So if we went to this one, we could get to this one. There's only 2 merchants, and we have to fight the queen as the boss. And we have to go through 1 elite. And that's it, right? Yep. All right, that's our track. That's our track. So what I want to see in this game is longer tracks. A longer run. I want to see a really long fucking run. I want to see one of these be... I think they should all be 1.5 size they are. In fact, it seems like this one... It seems like this one is shorter. I'm sure it's not, but it just seems like that because there aren't as many things. Okay, this dude is vulnerable because they all start out that way. Shining Strike first, that gives us the stars so that we can smith. Okay, now we smithed. What are we going to do? We're going to gather light. That gives us another star, so now we have 2 stars again. Dramatic entrance. All right, sorry about that. We're at it again. Sovereign Blade, defend. We're not doing any of this shit. We're just going to wait this one. This is the first turn of the combat. Not really worried about that. All right. Now it gets down to it. He's going to do 12 damage to me. We have particle wall. We can block it all with 1 particle wall. We don't have any other... we don't have any other energy, do we? No, we don't have... We only have 2 stars. So let's make some more stars. Sovereign Blade's going to do 50 damage. So he's going to do 12 to us. So we're going to particle wall for 12 and then just strike him and then call it a day for this turn. I was going to do 21, and I believe he just does more and more because this strength is just going to keep going up for him. So we actually need to fucking kill him. So we're going to Shining Strike him. And then I'd like to smith, but we'll be down to 1. We're going to take damage. So what do we do here? We can smith, and then he'll be able to do 90 damage, and next turn we can beat him. But in the meantime, we're going to take... Well, we can't smith this time. We can't Sovereign Blade this time. We can smith this time. We can Cloak of Stars and defend, which is going to stop 15. We'll take 6 damage. That's the way we go. We can't Cloak of Stars now. I used all the fucking stars. Well, we're going to take some major damage now. My mistake. My mistake, goddammit. Alright, stars here. We're going to do this, and then Sovereign Blade will kill him. 135 damage. Refined Blade. We're going to sack this. This is our second sack. We got Fencing Manual. Oh, that's one of my favorite artifacts. So this forges 10 at the beginning of every combat. So good. So we took 16 damage that time. We need to fucking heal. Pay 57 gold to divine 3 times. Okay. You guys know what this is? I'll show you. We're going to pay 57 gold to divine 3 times. We're not going to get a curse card to divine, and I'll show you why. So this area here, you see this hexadecimal, or how many? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 9 sides. Hexagon? Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, this cube. We're moving this cube around. It's not a hexagon. That's 6 sides. So whatever. We're going to move this cube around, and in this blue area, we're going to pull back to reveal stuff. So right here, we'll click, and we reveal that stuff. It's like a fog of war. You know, it's all covered up, and you're pulling back to reveal it. There's another one, and this one has a card in it. So we get a card choice there. And we can only do this 3 times, so there's the 3rd one. But we can save scum this. Save and quit. Continue. And now we know where this one is. Now we can just do that. And now we know there's one over here. Oh, it's a bad one. See the purple? That's a curse. Let's see if we can find the other one. There's one. Okay, so we found 2. And incidentally, the order on which you recover these things changes what's revealed. So here's a card reward. We have Quasar, Radiate, and Conqueror. We can sack that and go to this one, and this one's Photon, Spoils of War, and Crush Under. But we don't want that. Just a minute. I'm going to do this through, and you don't need to see that part. But we're gonna see if we can get some cool shit. Okay, I think this one's pretty good. I mean, this is totally cheating, man. It's totally cheating. So I did this I did this down here, up here, and over here, and I got this, which is Conquer, Radiate, and Quasar. We don't want that, so we'll sack that. Here we get Big Bang, which we want. So we'll take Big Bang. And this is Solar Strike. And Solar Strike is one of the cards that we kind of wanted, because we don't have one. Like Shining Strike, it gives two two fucking stars, and we want that. So that's probably what we're going to do. In fact, we probably don't want to do that. We probably just want to take Big Bang. Because we're getting the other ones pretty easily, and that makes our deck pretty fat. Okay, so we're just going to take Big Bang. We're not going to take the other one. We'll take Big Bang, and then we'll throw this one out. And then we'll take the extra gold. 40 gold. It took us 60 gold or something like that to do that, so it's about a wash for the gold part. And it doesn't really matter. We have 1,000 fucking gold. Okay, so let's take a look. First thing that we need to do is get rid of a card. So how is our defend cards going? So let's look. We have Gather Light. We have 2 Gather Lights. We have Particle Wall. And is that it? 2 Gather Lights and a Particle Wall. Yeah, that's all we have. And of course, oh, we know we have 1 Cloak of Stars. Okay, so let's buy a Cloak of Stars and get rid of a Defend. And that should do that. And then we can get rid of those other 2 Defends when we get a chance to. So now that looks good. Besides that, Cloak of Stars was also upgraded. Right here. Because everything that we get that's a... where's the thing that does that? Right here. Whenever you add a skill card, it's upgraded. So that's just fucking awesome. All right, so we have plenty of money. We have 1,000 gold. What can we do? Upon pickup, enchant up to 3 attacks with sharp 3. That means each of those attacks do triple damage. So which ones do we want to do? Shining Strike. Our other Shining Strike, I believe, is... oh no, there it is. 2 Shining Strikes and the Omni Slice. Yeah. So let's do that. So each one of those does 3 more damage. That's good. So we still have 800 gold. This, we start with 8 Vigor. What 8 Vigor does is it allows the very first attack to do 8 additional damage. That's really expensive for that card. 214 gold, so I'm going to say a no on that. This, every time you play 3 attacks, deals 6 damage to a random enemy. I'm not big on that, so we're not going to do that. However, we are going to buy this, which is going to Forge 15. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and so now we're done with all this. Throwing Hatchet, Rotten War. I love Rolling Boulder. This is so much fun. This card, it starts out with like a boulder running across, hitting all the enemies for 5 damage. Next turn, it does for 10. Next turn, it does for 15. Pretty fucking cool. And it's not upgraded. I don't know what the upgrade does. Offhand, I just don't. All right, so that... Oh, man. That was the... Oh, no, there's one more. One more. Don't worry. I'm not worried. Okay. Festive Popper played right there. Big Bang is going to give me... By the way, let's look at Big Bang and it's all its glory. I draw 1 card. It's innate to start out with, which means it's upgraded. It's innate, which means it starts in my hand in the very first turn. It doesn't cost anything. I gain 1 energy. I gain 1 star. I forge 5. That's insane. That's insane. It's so good. It's just so good. Now we have Sovereign Blade out already. That's so good. All right. Astral Pulse, we're not going to do. Shining Strike does a little more damage, and we probably want to do Shining Strike. Really what I'd like to have is I'd like to have an ability to... Oh, wait, I had forgotten. All of these dudes get one vulnerability in the beginning of combat, so we are golden. Shining Strike. Dramatic Entrance. He's got 9 hit points now. We have to block for 15 damage. I'm not sure if we're going to do that, because we're going to do Astral Pulse and see what happens. Killed that guy. That guy's at 17, and we can win without them even going. Solar Strike, there that is again, and we're not going to take it. We're going to sack that. That's our second sacrifice. Hey, we got the Gorget. That gives us 4 plating to start combat. That's freaking awesome. I would like it to be 8 plating, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Give us something good here, man. Oh, procure... Okay, so here's the thing. There are no more question marks all the way up to here. So basically what I mean is the foul potions are to... You throw the foul potions on the fake merchant, or you throw the foul potions on a legit merchant. If you throw them on a legit merchant, you get 100 gold for every one you throw on them. And our next merchant is all the way the fuck up here. So we have to do 2 mobs, right? And we lose a potion slot. If I had a larger potion belt or whatever, we would do that, but I don't. So we're going to take the one random uncommon potion. Incidentally, if you have 3 of these in your possession and you come across a fake merchant and you throw all 3 at them, it's a boss battle, I think. I don't know. I've never done it. I just heard that. We're going to procure 1, a cure-all, which I love. And now we're here, and we're at 66 of 80 life. If we go to heal, we'll heal for 24 hit points. And that's 10 more than what I have. So that is right on the edge of being valuable. Meaning, you see we can hit this, we're not going to get attacked. We're going to get attacked here, and then here's where we can heal if I can guarantee I won't lose more than 10 hit points here. Right? Then we upgrade here, and then we heal here. We're doing it. Sword Sage goes to 1. That's what we're doing. We're upgrading Sword Sage. It only costs 1 energy now. Sword Sage, by the way, which we've never used. Probably because it costs 2. So we still haven't gotten like Lantern or any useful artifact like that that gives us more energy, which is unfortunate. Whetstone upgrades 2 cards. What's going to get upgraded? Dramatic Entrance, at least. The strike we're going to be dumping if I get a chance, but not that strike. Okay, this guy's vulnerable. He gets hit for 9. And incidentally, he's got this ability. It's called Galvanic, or Galvanic. It's galvanized, which means that I take 6 damage every time I use a power. So we're not going to use a power. Sword Sage is a power, but we're not doing that. Big Bang. Boom. Get it? Big Bang Boom. Never mind. We actually might want a Sword Sage. Because that'll do 50 damage. Oh my god, can I rig this? This could be fucking fantastic right here. We could just kill him in 1 blow. Do you guys see what I see? We have to take the damage, 6 damage though. Okay, check this out. I'm not going to do the math. Well, I will loosely. Right now I can do 25 damage. I have the Smith, which does 40. We're going to use that. Now he does 65. 65 damage. Not really. He actually does 97 damage because the guy is vulnerable. Okay. If I were to use Sword Sage, which, by the way, I have 3 energy left. If I use Sword Sage, that gives this an extra shot, and we don't even have to fight him. However, I take 6 damage. So that's the trade-off, which isn't a really bad trade-off at all, especially since just a little while ago I said, if we can get by the next battle without losing 10 damage, and we would only lose 6. Okay, so Sovereign Blade does 97 damage. Dramatic Entrance will do 22. That isn't enough, but we'll do it anyway because it's free. 97 isn't bigger than 117, so we can't do that. So we'll Sword Sage. And now a Sovereign Blade. Awesome. We got a weak potion we can't fit anymore in here, so we're not going to take it. Astral Pulse Plus. We have Astral Pulse Plus, right? Sort by A to Z. Yes, we do. I don't want another Spoils of Battle. Don't want that. Sack that. Skip. Okay, so now we can heal. Where's the next one? This is what you do. You're like, how far can I go before I actually have to heal? Well, the answer is no further. Because if we don't heal here, we get 24, which puts us at 62, 72. Oh, no, I did bad math last time. 62, 72, 82, 86. I will get healed for 86. I'll be at 80. If this heals for full, I'll be at 86, but I can only get 80 hit points, so I lose 6 hit points. That's totally acceptable if, like I look ahead and I see what's there. So if I look ahead and see what's there, we have 2 battles. We have 1 battle here and a questionable one, meaning, do you know how many times? I think 3 out of every 4 times I get a question mark before the last bonfire is a battle. I'm sure it's just RNG, but that's me, man. That's what happens. Okay. So that means that if you can guarantee that I'll only take 6 damage in the next fight, we'll wait and upgrade a thing. Let's see what we can upgrade first before we make it. Furnace. Is upgrading Furnace worth it? Absolutely not. What does upgrading Furnace do? It Forge 5 to Forge 7? Nope. That is not worth it. Rest. If it was something like a block card or something, yeah. Actually, if it was probably just about anything. And I totally discount strikes and defense because we don't have any special abilities on our strikes and our defense, so upgrading those is, at this point with the boss right here, is not a thing. Oh, so we have to fight these fuckers. Big bang. Big bang boom. Okay. Shining Strike, Dramatic Entrance, Venerate, Defend, Sovereign Blade. Not really that great. Not really that great. What can we do to make it better? Well, we can use King's Courage, but I don't want to because we've already... So here's the deal. Because I just healed, and this is the only fight that I can clearly say we're going to have before the boss, I don't want to waste the last bonfire on healing. Especially if we get a card here. Or, what happens if we get to that question mark and it's a merchant? Yeah, I know. All right, so we're just going to be careful. We're not going to use, we'll probably use, let's use this to get 3 more cards. Okay, that really didn't help us. In fact, actually it did. It did because we got Omni Slice. But it didn't help us in the fact that I was hoping to get something that could cause vulnerability, and we didn't get that. So we're just going to Dramatic Entrance. We're going to Omni Slice. And we can Sovereign Blade and kill the first one. The other dudes are at 27. These two will attempt to hit me for 9 each next turn. How do I know that? That's sick and wrong that I know that. Sick and wrong. Okay, we're going to Sovereign Blade. And no, we can Shining Strike yet. Can we kill that guy? No, we can't. I want to kill a dude. Absolutely kill a dude. How can we do that? Shining Strike only does 14. Not enough. This, we can do 2 on this to kill that guy. I think this guy, see this? He's gonna gain some block. So we don't want that to happen. We kill him. Shining Strike, just one of those, I guess. And then we'll Venerate to get some more stars. We don't have to defend anything because they're not even fucking going. Incidentally, we have our other 2 pots for the last boss. The last boss is going to be a tough one, man. Going to be fast and furious, or we're just going to fucking die. It's going to either be on our side, we're going to get the smith, and we're going to get the other smith. Do we have 2 smiths? I think we only have 1 smith. No, we have 2. We get the smith, or we die. That's pretty much the way the last fight's going to go. Okay, so it's 9 and 9, but we can just kill one of them. This isn't really an ideal draw here. Especially since I used the Sovereign Blade. I don't get it back by using the smith. It's in my deck, in my discard pile. So we need to do something here that's going to kill this guy. Oh, that'll kill him. And cut down the amount of damage this guy does. Because, again, I have no block cards. No idea why. We don't need to Forge 40. We just don't. We don't need a Furnace. We don't need to... Well, I mean, that's the only one that's good. Because smithing... And this guy only has 6 hit points. So we get 3 plating. That means that plating will turn into defense. As soon as I hit end turn, I'll get 3 defense. The advantage there is that obviously I get defense. The bad part is that that number changes to 2 next turn. So then I only get 2 plating, 2 defense from that plating until it goes to 0. We'll do Furnace just for fucking fun. End turn. Took the 3 damage. And Sovereign Blade just gets buffed because of Furnace. And we just kill him. We don't mess around anymore. We got Reconnaissance, 2 strength. All enemies lose 1 strength. That's really fucking good. Too bad it's a skill, which means it lasts 1 turn. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's good. In fact, I'm going to take that. That could save us against the Queen. If we can keep casting Reconnaissance and getting 1-2 strength every turn, that's good. We didn't get our last relic because of that. See, he's at 2. We could have got a relic if we didn't do that. But I really like Reconnaissance in this case. Okay. First of all, we have 800 gold. So we're going to dump Strike. We don't need it. Okay. Now, here's the deal. We have 900 gold, and there's no reason why... Wait a minute. Yeah, we have 900 gold, and there's no reason why we need to keep it. Because it's the end of the game. So we're going to do Lee's Waffle. We get 7 max hit points, and we get healed all the way. Okay. Do we have anything, any upgraded attacks deal 3 additional damage? Any upgraded attacks? So that is everything that's upgraded. All of the attack, let's sort by card type: attack, power, skill, skill, attack. Okay, this is upgraded. That's upgraded. That's upgraded. That's upgraded. They're all fucking upgraded. They'll all do 3 extra damage. Yes, have some. Okay, now we're down to 229 gold. We can't do this one. Whenever power is played, draw 1 card. Don't care. Orbic Acid. Game saver many times. This allows me to get an attack, a skill, and a power, all costing 0 in my hand. We're buying that. Now, this is also really good. Buffer. This stops any one incoming attack. It does no damage to me. However, I'm full. I have King's Courage, I have Cure All, and Orbic Acid. I'm about to dump Cure All for that. What do you think about that? I don't know. It's either that or we're taking another Omni Slice. I don't think we're taking another Omni Slice. I think if anything, we'll take a Devastate. I don't think we're taking a Devastate. I think we have plenty of cards. I don't think any one of these is going to do anything. Maybe Refined Blade, but it's not like we have an excess of energy. And none of these things down here were energy. So, incidentally, if you're doing this and you're trying to figure this out like I am right now without saying it out loud, or you can say it out loud, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Don't let them bother you, man. Just speak. Whatever. You can save quit, and come back in, and we'll be here without anything done. And then you can do it again. So if you make a mistake in your mind, you're like, oh, wait, no, I didn't want to buy Refined Blade. Save quit, load the game again, continue, and you'll be here, and you wouldn't have, and you're not, it would be before you bought Refined Blade. Okay, so do we take Devastate knowing that if this is not a bad guy and not a fight, we can upgrade Devastate right here? Yes. Most definitely. Okay, here we go. It's a fucking fight. Damn it. And it's this guy who's got 230 hit points. So this is the thing. These are like bosses. How many hit points do they have to have? My God. At least it's not that fucker on the pig or whatever that always has like, he's got like 15 plating through the entire fight. So annoying. All right, Big Bang. Okay. What can we do here that's good? Resonance. We gain 2 strength, the enemy loses 1 strength. I just fucking love that. Now he does 15 damage, and I do 2 more. Okay. Sword Sage, Falling Star. Falling Star's even better now. Dramatic Entrance. Sword Sage. And we didn't have any block cards, by the way, so don't get it twisted. I knew we didn't have a block card. I just wanted to do as much damage as possible this round, because I know we're going to get hit, and we're going to have to fucking rest at the next bonfire. I already know that. I've already like come to terms with it. I don't like it, but I've come to terms with it. Incidentally, if I didn't do that and I used Cure All, I would have gotten this card. I think that was what was first. So it says I would have got, I would have got Venerate and Cloak of Stars, but I wouldn't have had any stars to use Cloak of Stars, so everything is fine. I mean, you look at it that way, right? You're playing Texas Hold'em, the card game, and you win the cards or you lose the card game, you fold before the turn in the river, the last two cards, and the other person wins, and you don't know if they were bluffing or if they actually had the hand, whatever the case may be. But then you say, hey, I want to see the next two cards, just so that you, I guess, feel good about your decision that you made, you know, sort of like this. Okay, so this guy's gonna fucking deal 18 damage to me. I mean, seriously. All right, Gather Light. We need to start blocking. This is to the plating will, along with our block, will give us 14 block. Now we can Cloak of Stars, but we'll Venerate. And now we can actually Particle Wall. We have one left, so we'll defend. These don't take any energy. The Regent is such a, it seems to be a more dynamic character because of that alternate source of materials, or whatever you want to call it. Gives you different ways of planning things out, which I really love. All right, so he's going to deal 18 damage. We can stop 19 at the moment, so we don't want a Particle Wall or Cloak of Stars, because we can already block everything. Fuck. I'm so glad I talked too much. All right, end turn. He's not going to be able to do fuck all. All right. Now he's going to go into the air, right? And I can only deal half damage to him. Not right now, but next turn. So we want to get that Smith in there. And unfortunately, we won't have enough movement points, or energy movement points, same thing. But we can devastate. We can devastate if we don't Smith. Devastate does 40, 37. If we don't devastate, he's going to be flying. We'll only be able to do half damage. We're going to Smith instead, and the Smith will be 50, but he'll only be able to do 25. So devastating right now is a better idea. Shit. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. I don't really want to lose that much health here. We've only lost 7. That's not that big of a deal. But I want to make the right decision here. So we're going to devastate him, and we're going to strike him. So notice that strike did 14 damage because we bought that miniature cannon. Okay. We can't do anything else, and he's at 36th health. Let's see if we can just chip away here and not get killed. Astral Pulse, Defend, Furnace. We have, well, we're going to Shining Star. Shining Star will get us a Cloak of Stars, which will allow us to do 15 block. We'll take 16 damage. It's kind of a lot, to be honest. If we use Cure All, we can Astral Pulse. Astral Pulse does 13, 26, but it doesn't do 26 because he takes 50%. He only gets hit for 13 of it. because of his ability. Fuck. Or we can use Orbic Acid and get out of this thing. I'm of a mind to not, because I already resigned myself that we are going to heal at the last bonfire instead of upgrade Devastate, because we're not full on health, and we need to be full on health, especially with the last boss. So we're going to Cloak of Stars, we're going to defend, and we're going to Furnace. And we're going to end it. All right. He's down on the ground, and he needs 27 damage to die. Looks like Shining Strike, Omni Slice. And that should be it. Actually, no, just these two is it. So we take 16 damage. We can't get the block potion. Oh. 12 block. Nope. Summon forth Royal Gamble, Celestial Might. Hey, we get an artifact to end it. Oh, it's such a good artifact, too. +1 strength. Nice. Nice. Okay. Rest. 87 of 87. Here we go. The fucking queen, man. Let's get a smith on the first go. Come on. Yes. So Big Bang gets us there, and now we can smith. Oh yeah. Okay. Things are good. We're going to take damage, but right now I don't care. That's really good. Okay. So before anything happens, here's the deal. The queen is going to cast a debuff on me, which then prevents me from okay. The debuff takes the first 3 cards that I'm dealt and forces me to only be able to use one of them. That's that debuff. And then it's every single turn that way. The second debuff that the queen will cast is I will have 99 vulnerability and 99 weakness. So if you think about it that way, you want to use every fucking thing that you can right now before any of that happens. So the first thing that's great is they're both vulnerable. I don't give a shit about the dude who's going to hit me. I only care about the queen. Right there. So what are we going to do? We're going to do everything. We're going to do this. Okay. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Okay. Now, we'll look at our 3 cards that we got from the Orbic Acid. 7 stars, deals 8 damage to all enemies 7 times. That's 56 damage. That's fucking tits. And it's not just going to do that. It's going to do 12 damage. 12 times 7 is, I have no idea what. 12, 7, 14, 84. 84 damage total. That's so good. Genesis. At the start of your turn, you gain 2. Use that. Quasar. Choose 1 of 3 random colorless cards to add to your hand. Okay. What are they? Oh, look. Bolus. Omni Slice. Mind Blast. Mind Blast cost 1. I'm not doing that. Things that are free. Omni Slice. Okay. But you see what I mean? You see why that card, that Orbic Acid card, is so powerful? It's so powerful. Okay, so we used Genesis. So every turn we gain 2 stars. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to we already have vulnerability on the guys, so that's good. Because we don't have the thing in our hand that allows us to get vulnerability on the guy. So 7 stars, we'll do 7 stars. I think that's the next move. There it is. That's a lot. Not really. He's down to 106 health. He's down to 307. All right, now we'll start. The fun thing is Omni Slice. Omni Slice does 9 damage but it damages all other enemies to the damage dealt. That's key, because Omni Slice does actually 13 damage. So he's going to do 9 damage to him, but 13 to the queen. Actually, just 13, because I'm stupid and I don't know. Okay, now we have another one. This one's going to do 27. This is looking okay right now, right? Dramatic entrance. Okay, this dude's down to 38, man. And we still have four energy. We haven't fucking used any energy yet. What's our Sovereign Blade at? 81? 121. Even better. Boom. Take that, bitch. Okay. Shining Strike. 27. Boom. Gives us 2 stars. Okay. Now what? Now what? Now what? Cloak of Stars, defend? Then we won't have any more stars. Do we care about 18 damage? We'll defend. We gain 10 block. All right. So, yeah, we're not going to do anything here. We're just going to not. So I want to take this. I want to take a minute. Over the last weekend, we went to Summerfest, which is like an event in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee. I'm from Milwaukee, and I'm a dodo. All right, if you guys know the reference to that, or you think I'm stupid, same thing, and laughing, whatever. So in Milwaukee, they have this once a year called Summerfest. They have like a big park, and there's little amphitheaters all throughout the park. And if you've ever been to an amphitheater, it's like a theater, that's a stage, and then the acoustics and the speakers and everything, they like hang down or whatever. But it's acoustically correct. It's made for music. It's not like when you went to see a concert at some large venue and it's a baseball field or something like that, right? Not made for concerts, made for baseball. Well, an amphitheater is built for the acoustics generally. So there's like a whole bunch of them around. So, and then there's one main one, larger one, like that's always there. And all different bands play at all the different mini amphitheaters. So you get in, you just buy tickets to get in. They're like $5 or something like that to get in. I don't know how much they were for real. And you can't go to the main amphitheater for that, because that's where like, Ed Sheeran was, which we saw, by the way, and was really cool. He plays by himself. He's got no band. He uses what's called a loop, and it's I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, we also saw Post Malone, and that was fan-fucking-tastic, and Miles Smith, that was awesome. Anyway, so you go around to these little amphitheaters, and we were, hanging out, listening to a really kind of bad cover band. And I love cover bands, but anyway, yeah, we were just sort of hanging out. We just walked around, and we were drinking some beer, because that's what you do in Milwaukee. And there was a dude on stage. He's singing. He's like, "This is the first song of the show. This is the first song of the show." Blah blah. I'm like, all right. And Jenny's like, "Yeah, that's kind of weird. I bet you that's the guy. That this is his show." I'm like, I don't know. I think this dude came out before the guy. And so we like you know, go around the side or whatever. And this guy comes out and he's like, my name's Pat McCurdy. And, you know, this is my show. This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. He was the actual dude. And in the course of the next hour, because that's about how long he was on stage, because they're little short little things, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I never thought. First of all, I never heard of him. The second thing is he sang all these really, really funny songs that he obviously made up, like Sex and Beer, and what was it? Screw You was the other one. I mean, there's a bunch, but the lyrics are really funny, and they go together and they rhyme a little bit, and it's all very, you know, kind of Jonathan Brandmeier-y. If you guys are old like me, you remember him. You live in Chicago. Anyway, one of the most amazing things was that the people that were there, they knew all the words to all the songs. I'm like, what? Where has this been? Where has this been? I've never heard any of this. So, shout out to him, man, because that was a fucking great show. That was one of the highlights of our whole thing. We did Ed Sheeran, we did Post Malone, we did that, what was we did the Miller tour, we did a bunch of local breweries tours in caves and shit that were phenomenal. We did Miles Smith. We went to see the Brewers and the Cubs at Miller Park. Or I don't think it's called that anymore, but whatever. And that dude stood out. So props to him. Anyway, I'm way off topic. We're fighting the final boss. All right, we got him down to 91, and he hasn't even gone yet. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, we're not going to use any of our stars at the moment because we might need them. We'll end turn. We can take a little damage. Who the fuck cares? The first time we took damage. All right. So now you see what he's done. You see these first 3 cards? They're bound, which means I can only use one of them. Devastate happens to be one of them. That's really fucking good. Okay. Sword Sage is another one, but these two in the end we can use no problem. So he's cast that, and the next time that he goes, he's going to cast the one that will not allow me to, that will force, it's a debuff that does 99 frail and, that's weakness, and vulnerability. Yeah, not good. Okay, so we kind of want to get out of the way. So how do we do that? We can devastate. No, okay, we'll devastate. We can Sword Sage. Yep, we'll do that. And then strike it. And then done. We'll take the damage, 15. Who cares? We're at 63 health. He's at 42. So now you see we have 99 vulnerability and 99 weakness. Fortunately, the way that the mechanic works is that we don't get more vulnerable when they stack. The vulnerability is just in the beginning. If you're vulnerable, if you have 1 vulnerability, it's plus 30% damage. If you have 99 vulnerability, it's plus 30% damage. Okay, but it lasts 99 turns. And guess who's going to die way before 99 turns? Hopefully not me. Okay, the boss is not doing anything, although he's going to shield himself, so we kind of want to do damage right now. An Astral Pulse would be great. But we need 1 more star. We have Shining Stars. Boom. Now we can Astral Pulse. Now he's down to 11. What can we do? Gather Light. That's all we can do. We can defend. Meh. We can't Resonance because we don't have any more. We don't have enough stars. And once I use this, I can't do anything with these 2. So we're going to Gather Light. It also stops a little bit of damage. Tell you what, though, man. If we lose this, we blow. All right, Falling Star. Falling Star might help us win this, but it's going to use stars. And if you guys notice, we're almost dead. And this guy's going to do 22 damage to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to particle wall twice. That's going to take all of our stars. In fact, you know what? What does that do? 13 damage. He's still alive. This does 12 damage, but applies a weakened vulnerability, which we can't do more damage to him then. So yeah, particle. We're gonna fall and strike him, and that should knock his damage down to like 16, and then we can particle wall. So we do damage to that guy, and we gain a little bit of a defense, and then we can furnace too. So we'll do that. We'll furnace, and he's going to do 16 damage. Okay, that's what we thought. And then we'll particle wall one time. And now we have no stars, which is not good. But we're alive. This boss is a bitch, man. It's a bitch. All right, we have 2 because we cast that spell that gave us 2 each time. See how that Orbic Acid like saves our ass? Look at Sovereign Blade. 64 damage, and it's got replay 1. Guess who won the game? This is insane. So here's my problem with the game, and I don't think it's really a problem. I think it's just me. But then again, I think the game doesn't have to be this way, but I don't know how to fix it or make it any different. You saw what happened in the first turn, right? We dominated. The guy had 400 hit points, and then he had 80 at the end of the first turn. And we had all our hit points. Now, his minion is about to kill me on the next turn. And it's like we're on the edge of a knife. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to make that sort of smooth that over so it's not like the curve isn't exponential, whatever that is, you know. It's more of a like this. It's not like this. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like it ramps up way too fast. It ramps up like incredibly fast. If you guys have fought Aeon Glass, it's almost, if you're not fucking stacked, it's a hopeless battle. It's just hopeless. Even if, I mean, you get the first boss in the game is easy. It doesn't matter what kind of build you have for the first boss of this game, you can beat him. I mean, it does. You can't be stupid, but you know, you can be partially stupid like me, and you still be the first boss. The second boss, you pay attention, and you're fine. The third boss, it's like the first boss is like a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10. The second boss is like a 3.5. The third boss is like a 10. That's how it goes. Whoop. You know what I mean? All right, let's win this shit. All right, and the boss thing didn't pop. So we need 15 bosses killed and 15 elites. That's the only reason why I did this. We didn't get 15 bosses pop or 15 elites pop. But we beat the game, which is fun. I've arrived again. The loud fool returns. I'm neither a loud nor a fool. We did a lot of damage to him, but not enough. Okay. Bosses slain 3, elites killed 2. We got 1, we got Cha-Ching, that's the only one we got. Because I talked too much, we didn't get some of the other ones. The badges, you know. Alright. This episode is donezo. So, while it was a fun episode, and we were pretty dominating there after a while. We didn't get Boomerang, or, not Boomerang, Bombardment. We didn't get Bombardment. We didn't really add up correctly with the correct cards in order to have a Blade run. I don't know what run that was. I don't know. We got decent cards. We got pretty good cards. We didn't get some of the cards that I wanted to get, but we still dominated. We dominated that last fucking battle. We did. We did. We did. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe. See you soon.